So we are very happy to see all of you in person, face to face. If it is not in person, it is impersonal. So this is good. So dear devotees, for the next, we will discuss some Krishna Katha from Granth Srimad Bhagavatam. But before we do that, let us chant the auspicious invocation prayers. Mangalacharan. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swavalantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surata Pangor Mama Manda Matergati Mat Sarvasva Padam Bhojo Radha Padana Mohano Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So dear devotees, we will be discussing one particular story from Granth Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 10, chapter 23, entitled The Brahmana's Wives Blessed by Sri Krishna. And let's read the first verse together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Gopa Uchuhu Rama Rama Mahabaho Krishna Dushta Nivarhana एषा वै बाधते क्षुण्णास्तच्छान्तिं कर्तुम् अर्हतः. Let's repeat. राम राम महाबाहो कृष्ण दुष्ट निबर्हण एषा वै बाधते तच्छान्तिं कर्तुम् अर्हतः. Translation and purports by the humble disciples of His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The cowherd boys said to Krishna and Balram, O Balram, O mighty armed one, O Krishna, the chastiser of the wicked, we are being harassed by hunger and you should do something about it. We are very hungry, please do something about it. So the context is, dear devotees, Krishna is approximately 7 years old. This is just before the Govardhan Dharan Leela. Krishna is approximately 7 years old and he is as usual in the forest with his friends and his cows. More than 900,000 cows. Krishna is having a good time with his friends in the forest. And one particular day, they wandered quite close to Mathura, far away from their village of Vraj. And because of the extensive wandering in the forest, all the friends of Krishna were thinking that Krishna and Balram must be very hungry. But we are having such a good time in the forest, playing and so much fun and frolic, that if we ask Krishna, hey Krishna, are you hungry or thirsty? And interrupt our playful pastimes, then Krishna will not want to interrupt the games and the play. So Krishna and Balram will say, no, we are not hungry, let's continue playing. But the Gopas, the friends of Krishna, they knew that Krishna and Balram must be hungry. So therefore, they said that we are hungry. So that Krishna will make some arrangements for food. Because if they said, Krishna, are you hungry? Krishna will say, no, I am not hungry. But now that the friends are hungry, then Krishna will definitely make some arrangements for them to eat. So therefore, this is the psychology of the Gopas. That they are always thinking of Krishna and Balram. So they are saying, we are very hungry. In fact, we are being tormented by, so please do something about it. When Krishna heard this request from his beloved friends like Madhumangal, Shridham, Sudam, Stoka Krishna, Ujjwal, Subal, Krishna and Balram, they immediately told the friends that yes, although we are far away from Vraj, but we have an idea. We know that very close by there is a settlement of very high class Brahmanas. And we know that right now at this moment they are engaged in a particular fire sacrifice, yajna. And it is a very auspicious time right now for them to give charity, to give food in charity. And for the yajna they have cooked huge amounts of very wonderful, succulent, savory food items. And this is a right time to give donation of food. So please go and tell them that Krishna and Balram are very close by and they are hungry. So please give some food. Do tell them that Balram is asking for food. Why is that? Because these Gopas, according to the Varna Ashrama system, they belong to the Vaishya class, the mercantile class. And the Brahmanas we discussed were very high class. So these friends of Krishna, the Gopas, they were feeling very awkward to go to such high class Brahmans and ask them for something. We should be giving them, we should be giving dakshina to the Brahmanas. To ask them for something, they were feeling very unqualified. And Krishna understood that. And Krishna said, if you are feeling awkward to ask them for food because you are Vaishyas, I am also Vaishya. I am also Gopal, I am one of you. So I also cannot be a right person to request them for food. But we have Balram. He is not a Vaishya. He is the son of Vasudeva Maharaj. Vasudeva Maharaj and Rohini Devi. So he is a Kshatriya. And sometimes Kshatriyas can request Brahmanas. What is the example in Srimad Bhagavatam where a Kshatriya requests a Brahman for some charity of food and the Brahman happily gives? We have the example of Kartavirya Arjun, and he goes to the ashram of Jamadagni, the father of Sri Parshuram. And Jamadagni Rishi, with the help of his Kamadhenu cow, he arranges nice prasad for Kartavirya Arjun. So that example is there. So Balramji can ask, he is a Kshatriya. So go and tell the Brahmanas that Balramji is asking for food. Don't tell my name. Tell that Balramji is asking. And specifically tell them that we are very hungry, so that their hearts will melt. We are just 6-7-year-old boys and we are hungry. So their hearts will melt and they will give charity. So the friends of Krishna, they are now on a mission. Their life and soul is Krishna Balram, and they have given a service. Krishna Balram have told them go and bring food. Now they do not want to fail in the mission. Which servant wants to fail in the mission? No one. No sincere servant wants to fail. They want to do the service. So they go. And this is what they say. Very respectfully to the Brahmanas. Take verse number 6. He bhumi deva shrunuta Krishnasya desha karinaha Praptan janita bhadram vo gopano rama choditan. That, O bhumi deva, O earthly gods, you are the devatas on this planet Earth. Very close by, Krishna and Balram are grazing their cows and they are both very hungry. And specifically, Rama Choditan. We have been sent by Shri Balramji, who is a Kshatriya. And he is specially requesting that please give some charity of food. And we understand that according to the principles of fire sacrifice, this is a very opportune moment for you to give charity of food. You will get benefit if at this muhurta you give donation of food. So please give us some food. Now there are 3 options when someone asks for something, isn't it? Either we agree and we give, or we say that sorry, we cannot give, and we refuse. And the worst thing that a person can do is to ignore. The Brahmanas, they were sitting and they were performing their yajnas when these boys came, very sweet little boys. And what did the Brahmanas do? They did not look at them, they did not acknowledge them, and they did not speak to them. They gave no reply. These boys were just standing there. Already they were feeling awkward to ask such high-class Brahmanas, but because Krishna had said, they came. They mustered up their courage and they came, and now they were utterly ignored and humiliated. Hare Krishna. So they stood there for some time. They got no response, no acknowledgement. They felt really hurt because they had failed in their mission. So with a very heavy heart, they went to Krishna. They went to Krishna and almost in tears, they told Krishna that we went and we told them exactly what you had told us to tell them. But they did not even acknowledge us. So we are feeling very heartbroken. What Krishna replied to his friends is very instructive, my dear friends. Sri Krishna told them, do not be discouraged and do not feel hurt. This is how this world is. And this is the way of begging. When we are beggars, when we go begging, sometimes we get, sometimes we don't. So don't worry about it. Do not be discouraged. Don't lose your enthusiasm and don't feel bad. Go now again to the same place, but this time don't go to the Brahmanas who are performing the fire sacrifice. Instead, go to their wives who are sitting inside the homes. Go to them and ask them for a charity of food. But this time you can tell that I am asking. Now you don't have to say that Balram is asking. You can say that Krishna and Balram both are asking. So please give. But please be careful. Do not tell them that we are hungry. Just tell them that we are close by, and if you like, please give some charity of food. But do not tell them that I am hungry. We are hungry. Because These Brahmanas are not bhaktas, they are not devotees, but their wives are first class devotees. In fact, even though they are sitting in their homes right now, they are meditating upon me. I know it. They are constantly thinking of me, they are chanting my names. Hare Krishna. They are constantly thinking of me. And they love me with all their hearts and souls. So if you tell them that I am hungry, I am suffering from hunger, it will give immense pain to their soft, tender hearts. So don't say that I am hungry. Just tell them I am close by. If you want, please give some charity food. Now, the Gopas had already failed once in their mission. They had gone to the husbands, the Brahmanas, and they had come back empty-handed. They did not want to fail a second time. So in their enthusiasm, they went. And in fact, they saw the Yajnapatnis, the wives of the Brahmanas, sitting inside their homes and just chanting. Govinda Damodar Madhaveti, Govinda Damodar Madhaveti, Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. Constantly they were chanting Krishna now, and they were remembering the pastimes of Krishna. How had they become devotees? How had they become devotees? Because sometimes when they would go to the nearby village to buy certain things for their yajna, they would meet the Vraja Gopis, who would also come to the marketplace to sell their milk and yogurt and ghee. Vikretu kama kilagopakanya murari padarpita chitta vritti tadyadinammo avashada vochar Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. So they would go Vikretu kama kilagopakanya. The young gopis of Vraja will go to sell their milk and milk products. But instead of saying anyone wants to buy milk, anyone wants to buy yogurt, anyone wants to buy ghee, what would they say? Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. Because their chitta was completely stolen, their consciousness was completely stolen by Krishna. So these Brahmana Patnis, they had heard Krishna Katha from the Vraja Gopis. And just by hearing Krishna Katha, they had become pure devotees. This is the power of listening carefully to Krishna Katha with attention. Shrunvatam swakatha Krishna punya shravana kirtana vidantasto hi abhadrani vidhunoti sulsatam. So they had become devotees. Hare Krishna. So because of the rains outside, Indradev wants us to have Abhishek inside Krishna's home. So we will be having it indoors, Abhishek. So, Hare Krishna. So these Brahma Patnis, they became first class devotees just by hearing. This teaches us the importance of hearing Krishna Katha. Now it is very easy. You can just go to ISKCON Desire Tree, or you can go to our YouTube channel, ISKCON Atlanta YouTube channel, and there are so many recordings of Krishna Katha from senior devotees, and you can all hear. Hearing Krishna Katha is very, very important. Very important. Hearing Krishna Katha is sadhu sangha. Reading Srila Prabhupada's book is also like hearing only. So we should read Srila Prabhupada's books and we should hear Hari Katha. Just by hearing Hari Katha, the wives of the Brahmanas became pure devotees. So when they heard the Gopas, they went and they offered their obeisances, Dandavat, to the Brahmanas. And they said with folded hands. Very close by, Krishna and Balaram are grazing their cows.
Hare Krishna. Sorry for the inconvenience. We cannot have Abhishek outside, so we will have it inside. So I just request anyone who has a sponsorship for the Abhishek, collect the wristband right now, because the Abhishek should be only given to the devotees who have the wristband. There will be wristband given outside, so please collect it now. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So the Gopas, they came to the homes of Brahmanas and they met the Brahman Patnis, the wives there. And they said, in their enthusiasm, because they did not want to fail this time, they said that Krishna and Balaram are close by and they are very hungry. And they are humbly requesting for some food. So can you please give some charity of food? As soon as these wives of the Brahmanas heard that Krishna and Balaram are close by, they had never seen Krishna before. Never seen Krishna before, just heard about Krishna and they had fallen in love with Krishna. When they heard that Krishna and Balaram are close by and they are hungry, they immediately got up and Chaturvidha, 4 types of eatables they collected. Eatables that can be chewed, eatables that can be drunk, eatables that can be sucked, and eatables that can be licked. Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasada Swadanna Triptan Hari Bhakta Sangan Kritvaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam. These 4 types of foodstuffs were going to become prasad because they wanted to offer to Krishna. So they filled up pots and pots of first class, fresh offerings of food for Krishna, Balaram and their friends. Immediately they got up and even ahead of the friends of Krishna, they started running. Where are Krishna, Balaram? Where are Krishna, Balaram? Let's go, let's go, let's go. And their husbands were sitting outside in the Yajna-shala. They were performing the fire sacrifice and they saw the foodstuffs that was meant to be offered in Yajna is being taken away by their wives. So they tried to stop their wives. The husbands, the brothers, the fathers, even the sons, they tried to stop the wives. And they did not, this time they ignored. They ignored the husbands. As you sow, so shall you reap. So now they ignored. But not out of disrespect. Because they were overwhelmed with love. Because of their immense enthusiasm. They literally ran in the forest to where Krishna and Balaram were. And then, when they came to the banks of Yamuna, they had their first darshan of Krishna and Balaram. And Sri Shukdev Goswami describes that in verse number 22. Shamam hiranya paridhim vanamalya barha dhatu pravala natave shamanu se vinyasta hastam itarena dhunanamabjam karnot palalaka kapola mukhabjahasam. Krishna's complexion was shamam, bluish black. Shamam, like a dark blue jewel. His garments were golden. Hiranya paridhim, his garments were golden color. And Barha, he was wearing a peacock feather. And different dhatu pravala, different colored minerals, he had gopi dots. Krishna and Balaram, they had gopi dots, specifically Krishna. And flower buds were decorating Krishna's body. There was a garland of forest flowers, Vanamala. Forest flowers and leaves that Krishna's friends had made. Just visualize this beautiful form of Madan Mohan. And he was dressed just like a dancer. One lotus hand of Krishna, Kara Kamala, was resting on the shoulder of a friend. And with the other hand, Krishna was holding a lotus flower. And on his ears were fragrant lilies. On Krishna's ears were fragrant lilies. And Krishna's hair was very black, very curly, but very soft, lustrous. And it hung down around his cheeks and down to his shoulders. And with his beautiful lotus-like face, Krishna was smiling. So this brings us to the beautiful song that the kids just sang. Our Sadananda Ramchandra requested me to explain the meaning. So this is the opportune time to explain the meaning. Because this darshan of Nandanandan Krishna, the Brahmana wives are having at this time. Sucharu Vaktramandalam Sukarna Ratna Kundalam Sucharchitanga Chandanam Namami Nandanandanam. his Krishna's face, Sucharu Vaktra Mandalam. Krishna's face is very beautiful. Sukarna, his ears are also very beautiful, and Ratna Kundalam. There are beautiful earrings, sharp-shaped earrings in Krishna's ears. Sucharchita Anga Chandanam, and his limbs are decorated with chandan. Very fragrant, beautiful chandan. Krishna is decorated. Namami Nandanandanam. Sudirgha Netra Pankajam. Krishna's eyes are very big, like the petals of a lotus. They extend almost up to his ears. You can take darshan of Madan Mohanji when he gives darshan. Sudirgha Netra Pankajam. Shikhi Shikhanda Murdajam. And he's wearing in his turban peacock feathers. After that, Amarikaru. Ananga Koti Mohanam. He is Madan Mohan. But not one Madan Mohan. Ananga Koti. Ananga means Cupid. Madan. Ananga Koti. Millions and millions of Cupids become bewildered by seeing this form of Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan. Namami Nanda Nandanam. Tribhanga Deha Sundaram Nakhadyuti Sudhakaram Amulya Ratana Bhushanam Namami Nanda Nandanam. Tribhanga Deha Sundaram. Krishna stands in his threefold bending form. Nakhadyuti Sudhakaram. The nails of Krishna are effulgent like millions of moons, showering nectar, moonbeams on anyone who takes darshan. And you can see Madan Mohan's toenails are also beautiful like moons. Namami Nandanandanam. Sunasikagra Mauktikam Swachanda Danta Panktikam Navambudanga Chikkanam Namami Nandanandanam. Sunasikagra Mauktikam. At the tip of Krishna's beautiful sesame like nose is a pearl ring, nose ring. Sunasikagra Mauktikam. Swachanda Danta Panktikam. Krishna doesn't need braces or Invisalign. He has got Danta Panktikam, a nice beautiful rose. He has got beautiful white teeth, like the buds of a jasmine flower. Beautiful teeth Krishna has. That's why Sudama did not want to give his broken rice to Krishna. He thought, oh, Krishna has such beautiful lips, such beautiful teeth, such sweet smile. How can I put this hard, uncooked poha, chipped rice in Krishna's lotus mouth? No, he was hiding it. So this is our Krishna. This is the darshan that the Brahmana wives had. Very beautiful, Manmohan Krishna darshan. They came, and Balramji also was there, and they offered all their foodstuffs, 4 types of foodstuffs to Krishna and Balaram and their friends. Vaishnava Seva also equally important. They offered with very enthusiastic mood, and they said, please sit down and allow us to serve you nice prasad. Sit and eat. Happily, we will serve. Krishna he spoke to the Brahmana wives. He said, listen, my dear ladies, it is very nice that you have left everything and come in the middle of the forest to give us food because we were really hungry. So thank you for coming. But now that you have come and given us the food, now your service is over. Your next service is to assist your husbands in the yajna, in the fire sacrifice. So therefore, I request you, please go back. Please go back from where you came. Go back home. Go back to your husbands, your fathers, your brothers, your children. Take care of them and assist your husbands in the performance of the fire sacrifice. Because fire sacrifice cannot be performed without the wife. Hare Krishna. We know from Valmiki Ramayana, when Sri Ramachandra would do sacrifice, he would keep a golden murti of Srimati Sita Devi on his left side. You cannot perform without the wife. So he said, you go. If you don't go, the performance of fire sacrifice by your husbands will be incomplete. So please go back. The wives of the Brahmana said, how can we go back? We have already left our husbands. They were stopping us from coming to meet you and Balramji. But we gave up their association. We broke all the bonds, all the relationships and came for both of you. Now we belong to you. Now you can do whatever you want with us. But we will not go home. Ami ghare na jaibo. Vane praveshibo. Ami ghare na jaibo. Vane praveshibo. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sang like that. We will not go home. We are going to stay in the forest with you. Krishna said, but Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, this is not in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, but Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, one of our great acharyas, he explains that Krishna told them, you are considering me to be your life and soul, but I am the life and soul of the Vrajavadhus. Ramya Kachid Upasana Vrajavadhu. The topmost devotees are the gopis of Vrindavan, headed by Srimati Radharani, who is always on Krishna's left side. So Radharani and the gopis are my topmost devotees, and I am their heart and soul. So do you want to come to Vrindavan and compete with them? So they become immediately embarrassed, the Brahmana's wives, and they say whatever devotion we have is simply by hearing the Harikatha of Srimati Radharani and the gopis. Simply by hearing. Vande Nanda Vrajastrinam Padarenu Abhikshmasha Tasam Harikathodgitam Punati Bhuvanatrayam. Uddhav glorified. This is the pranam mantra for the Brajagopis from Srimad Bhagavatam. Vande Nanda Vrajastrinam Padarenum Abhikshmasha. Constantly I offer obeisances, Uddhav is saying, to the dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani and the gopis of Vrindavan, who are Radharani's associates. Tasam Hari Kathod Gitam Punati Bhuvanatrayam. The Hari Katha that the gopis of Vrindavan speak, it is purifying the three worlds: upper planetary system, middle planetary system, and the lower planetary system. This is the greatness of the gopis. How can we compete with them? The Brahmana wives, they said to Krishna, how can we compete with the gopis? No. We are their maid servants. So Krishna, you do this, we will not come to your village with you. We will stay in the forest. And whenever you come to the forest, the tulsi leaves that fall off from your lotus feet, we will collect them and we will place them on our head eternally. And we will live in the forest, like forest dwelling women, all of us. We will not go home. And every day we will wait for you to come to do your Gocharan Leela, your cowherd grazing pastimes. And we will collect the tulsi leaves from your lotus feet and keep them on our head. That will be the perfection of our lives. Krishna was very pleased with this. Krishna said, I am very pleased with your devotion. But please, if you want to serve me, please understand that the best way to serve me is not just being in my close proximity. Physical closeness is not important. You keep me in your heart, go home and assist your husbands. They need your help. But even when you are at home, you always keep me in your heart. Always remember me. The Brahmana wife says, how can we go back? We already rejected our husbands. They will not take us back. They will not take us back. Krishna says, don't worry. Sarvasya chaham varidi sannivishto. I am in everyone's heart as Paramatma. I will inspire them to understand your true greatness. And what to speak of rejecting you, they will no longer look at you as their wives. In fact, they will look at you as Guru. It is mentioned. You will become the Guru of your husbands when you go back. If you want to please me, please go back home. So the Brahmana wives, they say, all right. If that is what pleases you, then we will go back. Saying this, the Brahmana wives, they returned home. When they returned home, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that they were manifesting ecstatic symptoms. Just remembering Govinda, tears of love were flowing from their eyes. Their hair was standing on end. They were shivering. Their voice was trembling. Nayanam galadashrudharaya vadanam gadgadaruddhaya gira pulakair nichitam vapukada tavanam grahane. As they were chanting Krishna Nam, these ecstatic symptoms were manifesting. And the husband saw the spiritual effulgence. What is spiritual effulgence? What is that stage? It is not some complexion, that someone has a very bright complexion, so you are looking effulgent. It's not like that. To understand what is spiritual effulgence, we need Krishna's mercy. Only a devotee who is blessed by Krishna Kripa, Krishna's mercy, can understand what is spiritual effulgence. And by Krishna's mercy, the Brahmanas could see the unlimited spiritual effulgence of their wives, their ecstatic symptoms, and they understood that they have attained Krishna Prem. So they started cursing themselves, anutap. They started repenting their misdeed. They said that Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam gnatva mam shantim rachati. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has said, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam. I am the enjoyer of all the sacrifices. And we were performing yagya. And Krishna and Balram's bona fide representatives, their friends came and asked us for some charity of food. And we had immense quantities of food. Such a golden opportunity. Think about it. How often does Krishna come on this earth planet? Does anyone know? Once in a day of Brahma. That is how many years?
8 billion.
Once in 8 billion years, Krishna comes on earth planet. He doesn't come in every Dwapar Yuga. Once in a day of Brahma he comes. In one day of Brahma there are 1000 cycles of Divya Yugas. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. Once in a day of 1000 such cycles Krishna comes personally on earth. That Krishna was standing at our doorstep. His friends were standing at our doorsteps with a message from Krishna. And we did not give. We did not give any charity. What is the use? What is the use? Yat karoshi yad ashnashi, yat juhosi dadasi, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurushva mad arpanam. Krishna said, whatever you have to give away, do it for my sake. And the bona fide representatives have come and we missed such a golden chance. This anutap, this regret that we have wasted golden opportunities in life is very important. Is there anyone in this room, in this temple hall, who has missed such opportunities in life? All of us. All of us. We have wasted so many opportunities, missed so many opportunities because we were busy thinking what we are doing is important. More important than Krishna. Kaumaram acharet pratya. We have to take to Krishna consciousness when we are less than 5 years old, in the Kumar Avastha. But have we done that? So we have wasted so many opportunities. Even today we waste so many opportunities. So it's very sad. And we should feel this repentance, anutap. We should repent like the Brahmanas repented. And they glorified their wives. They said, even though you have not been initiated, even though you have not studied the scriptures, even though you do not know the mantras, the tantras, the yantras for performing fire sacrifice, the mudras, but still you have attained the fruit of all this sadhana, which is Krishna Prem. You have Krishna Prem. What more is there to achieve? Prema Pumarto Maha. Prema Pumarto Maha. Krishna Prem is everything. And you have that Krishna Prem. So today, we accept all of you as our gurus. From today, you are not our wives. You are our spiritual masters. Because you have Krishna Prem. We don't have Krishna Prem. And seeing you, we have developed a desire to go to Braj and meet Krishna and Balram. We have a desire. But did they go? Did they go to Vraja? That is explained in the last verse of this chapter. Very beautiful verse, very instructive verse. Let's see what happens. Iti swagham anusmritya Krishne te krita helanaha didrikshavo vrajam atha kamsad bhita na chachalam. They wanted to go to Vraj because they were anusmritya Krishna te krita helana. Whatever ill treatment they had given Krishna, because of that they were regretting. And they thought that didrikshavo vrajam atha. We want to go and see Vraj. We want to see Krishna Balram and their friends. Let's go. But kamsad bhita na chachalam. They did not go because they were afraid of Kansa. They were afraid of Kansa. They were living close to Mathura. They thought if Kansa comes to know that we went and met Krishna Balram, we have become the devotees of Krishna Balram, then he will kill us. He will punish us. Therefore, we will not go. So this is very, very instructive, my dear friends. We can have the greatest fortune of being in the association of the highest devotees. The wives were such great advanced pure devotees. But what was the effect? The Brahmanas understood what they should do. They knew what is right the right thing to do. But they could not do it. Why? Because they did not have determination. They did not have determination. That's why Srila Rupa Goswami says, Utsahan, Nischaya, Dhairya. All the three things are important. if we want to attain perfection in bhakti. We have to be enthusiastic. Utsaha. Nishcha is we should have determination. We should not have weak knees. Many times we have weak knees. We say, from today I will not do like this. From today I give up this. And then after some time, we fall down. We fall prey. We give in because we don't have determination. The example is the Brahmanas. They did not have determination. So we can have the greatest fortune. We can have Srimad Bhagavatam set in our house. We can have a temple in the town. We can have devotees who are doing satsang and speaking Krishna Katha. But we can still just waste our life, not having determination to move ahead in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, this determination is very important. Now let us contrast this example of the Brahmanas and their wives with another story from Srimad Bhagavatam. The story of the serpent, Kaliya. Kaliya's wives were also devotees, the Nagapatnis. The Brahmanas were not devotees, Kaliya was not devotee. In both the examples, the husband is not a devotee, but the wives are devotees. After Kaliya Daman, the Nagapatnis, they prayed. After Kaliya was chastised, the Nagapatnis prayed to Krishna. And just by hearing those pure prayers of their wives, Krishna consciousness was awakened in the heart of Kaliya. And he surrendered to Krishna. He surrendered to Krishna wholeheartedly. And he actually performed service for Krishna. He performed service for Krishna. He became Krishna's Vahan. He became Krishna's vehicle. So our acharyas explain that Garudji is Krishna's vehicle. But sometimes Krishna likes variety. Sometimes he calls Kaliya. And Kaliya gives Krishna a silk cloth. And Krishna puts it through the nose of Kaliya, like we do for bulls. And Krishna rides on Kaliya. And Kaliya takes Krishna here and there. So Kaliya got Krishna Seva. He got service to Krishna. Why? Because he had the courage to do what is right. We hear so many instructions, but if we don't follow those instructions, what is the use? We will not make much advancement. That is the difference between a disciple who makes advancement and a disciple who does not. Everyone has access to the same books of Srila Prabhupada. Everyone has access to the same Harikatha. Some make advancement, some don't. What is the reason? Because we have to practice what is being taught to us. Not just here. We have to practice it. So let us analyze what lessons we learn from this story. The first lesson is never to be discouraged. When the Gopas, they went to beg from the Brahmanas did not even acknowledge them. The Gopas did not get angry. They did not create a movement there. This is an insult of Krishna. You are not acknowledging us. We must do something. We will throw stool and urine in your fire. We will contaminate your yajna. We will not let you successful. Not like that. They came to Krishna for further guidance. They came to Krishna for further guidance. And Srila Prabhupada's life, there are so many such stories. We don't have time to discuss. Where Srila Prabhupada asked charity. So many failures. Srila Prabhupada asked charity, but he was not given charity. He had to sit on the doorstep to beg for free passage ticket, not on a cruise ship, not on a passenger ship, on a cargo ship, at the age of 70. Srila Prabhupada did not get discouraged. He did not get discouraged. Also, another lesson we learn is so the darshan is going to open now and we will have Abhishek here. So Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. The take home is, let us be enthusiastic and determined in serving Krishna. Enthusiasm and determination and hearing Harikatha. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.